He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He steps out of bounds at the 49, just short of midfield, and he almost went a really long way. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide out in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
On the move, it's Harvin. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the back. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pulls it in. It's Harvin. Got enough space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They'll run the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Power football with the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Smashes through. Knocked off his feet.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't get him to the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to USC. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story that goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking to throw, it's Everett. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Clemson set up with another first down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
A simple play, simple gain, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Leaves it with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They'll give it to him again. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Baylor!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They want to run this quarterback. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. Defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. He looks that one in nicely. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Back open in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Everett. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Bears will hustle to the line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down.
Oh, and he got a hand on it, it's blocked. That's a live ball. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Looking deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Getting some heat. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets away from one, finds room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down.
3:25.
He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Scanning the field, it's Everett. Skips away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On 3rd down, going up top. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on 3rd down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with the pick.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Handoff from the gun. At the 15, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? Bust through behind his path. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Buys a little time. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. Shakes off the tackler. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Everett. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That fumble in crust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his core.
Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Direct snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'll go to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job. And the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Red pass, it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially...
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long. But because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves.